with our clients directly and leveraging the research that's being done by a whole lot of other analysts on our teams. I do want to say before I jump into some of the data that I'm going to be presenting today that we're looking at a couple of things here. The first is that we're talking about what we call megatrends. So basically what that is it's looking at some of the really big key themes that we expect are going to impact both businesses and consumers in the next 10 years or so. And at Frost & Sullivan, we do have an ICT practice, and that's sort of where I sit. But we also have about a dozen other practices that are more aligned to vertical industries. So we cover everything from retail to healthcare, aerospace, defense, government, and so on. And so these megatrends actually really take advantage of our expertise in those specific fields and areas as well. So we do kind of span all of our coverage areas, which is, I think, a really nice thing about them and gives them a very expansive feel. So what I'm going to do is introduce 4 of the key megatrends that we're seeing. But the overarching theme that sort of runs through all of them that I wanted to just hit on at first is this idea of connectivity and convergence. So the idea here is that we're moving more and more towards having everything connected on the internet, whether it's an endpoint, a device, a hardware, software kind of thing, or to some extent a person, depending on how tethered you are to your devices, right? So some of the data here that you can see, we expect every household to have 10 connected devices in the next 5 years, and every person will have 5 connected devices on average, of course. We'll have 80 billion total around the world and 5 billion internet users by 2020. So that gives you a sense of where we see things going in terms of that connectivity and convergence. The idea here is that, as more and more people enter the middle class and as more of us in the first world are able to access data and information through a variety of mobile and kind of more static devices, we're going to do that. We're going to take advantage of that. But of course, the goal is always there to sort of increase our productivity and make our lives better and easier. And so we want to make sure we